Hello, everybody. This is Tekin speaking, and thank you very much for registration of our webinar regarding the digitalize your project RFI. And we are today speaking about like 35-40 minutes regarding our approach, how we can help organizations and the project teams having the platform in digital RFI management. Before live demo, because I will make it live demo, I just want to mention about the situation in the construction markets. If we divide it by buildings and infrastructures, is showing that we are having delay on the cost and schedule dramatically. This one of the reasons for, of course, we are not having a proper planning and estimations. Another reason for that information which is required is huge during the process of the project communications. You may be aware of that we are very much mentioning about digitalization, digital transformations, and this kind of topics are very well known. The reason why people are today looking to solution for digital platform, digital work, and you may aware of that what is happening at the moment all around the world. We just realized that online working is a must for many area, and we are more moving home work and working from home or remote working. But in the construction, this is the not only today problem, but if you look at it last 10 years, and one of the reason people are losing the time, budget, because of the communications, and it causing us that we have a lot of rework, unnecessary movements, waiting for decisions, and these are causing we have delay on the time. Waiting decisions means that actually we are looking information and we are waiting for approval to be able to move forward with our work, construction work. Of course, we also want to mention that the construction waste in the project construction cost is almost 30%. One of the reasons why we have such a huge construction and material lost, one of the reasons is because we are having not a proper information and we have no record for communications, and that's why we are ordering over than we need or wrong material what we need. That's why it's very important to have environments which help us communicate in the common data environment with the project owner, contractor, subcontractor, and engineers. This is the trend now, having a common data environment. And let me just schematically show how it works actually. This is a common process. Selected one sample of RFI. RFI is request for information or meaning and processing different in each project. But this is a sample. We can easily modify it, configure it, implement it for our projects. This is the sample, standard sample RFI process. Let's say that we have a subcontractor on the field and having a need for clarification regarding the pipe welding details, so that they are asking to contractor for informations and to get to detail to be able to proceed the work. Of course, a contractor who is assigned the contracts need to consult with the engineer so that they can request engineering input. That engineer is a representative of the client, which is they are having the knowledge for the design, the details, and they are also having the direct communication with the project owners, and they can get the details and put the inputs and send back to contractor details. That's why this is just the way how it's working. And after contractor get the detail, inform the subcontractor with the required actions. This is the simple process and for RFI in the field. Of course, If you look at it step by step, that if we make it like a lean, which is that first, subcontractor is requesting for the detail for the pipe welding, and contractor is raised the RFI to general contractor and request engineering inputs. And then we can have engineer provide the consultant their advice and what is the detail, what is the information they are looking for, and contractor is responding to their subcontractor or the team, and by this way subcontractor take the proper action, so that we have making the lean for the workflow and the process. And let's make the how today we are helping with ISETIA for managing the RFI. Actually, we have implemented in our system agile-based, graphical-based RFI management, because one of the difficulties today, many technology software providers, during the construction process, there are thousands of the RFI requests, and with the form-based follow-up, people lose the track on that. But that's why, as a technology with ISETIA, we have possibilities of providing graphical interface, which is easy to understand where we are. And this is the model how we can manage process, which is that we have created each lean like a step one clarification required. Responsible for this is a subcontractor, and then subcontractor is raised the RFI to general contractor, and the contractor requests here engineer input, and engineer is providing consulting and advice. Then we have contractors respond input, and subcontractors take the action which is required from the required information from the contractors. Okay, these post-its, these are each of them representing the RFI. So that I have RFI number one. Let's say that as a subcontractor, I'm changing the status of the post-it and moving the right side, so that I'm just saying that we would like to have here change the status of the RFI. And the second one also started. At the moment, I can see that RFI 1 in the level in engineers and RFI 2 in the subcontractor level, so that you can here move the post-its from left to right, and this board is just representing status of the RFI. So that if you look at it today, this board, and you can see that RFI 1 has been provided to subcontractor, and RFI 2, RFI 3, and RFI 6 is waiting for engineer inputs. And then here we have engineer provide the information that you can see the status of all the RFI in one board. Of course, we have provided the interface, which is that you can categorize in RFI here. And we have also here level, like you can see that clarification required, raise RFI, request engineer input, provide consultant advice. And each post-it actually having a more information, so that who is responsible, what is the RFI subject, when this RFI is required to get information, how many days we have delay on the providing the feedback, documents is attached. You can also have the chat, so that this is not only just a post-it, but sets of the information which we are storing inside of the RFI. Of course, this method can be used for in many projects as a communication. During the meeting, you can open, you can just go detail, add the feedback, add the remarks, and follow up the status of the work. This is our interface, which we also provide the report and project base and portfolio base. You can see that these are the list of the RFI subject, description, when it was issued, what is the location, what type of RFI is it, when this replied, who was the action taken, what are the status, and the category of the work. You can here also see that these are the archived, provide consultant numbers. You can here follow up with the RFI status. You can have also possibilities of the getting another type of reports, understanding about the RFI numbers based on date, based on type, based on status, based on updated by, in the person by. It will be provided all this information in the one interface. I will do the live demo, by the way. We are providing also certificate who attend our today webinar with the one PDU. That's why if you're interested your certificate, end of this session, you can write at your name and surname and contact details to reply@fndsite.com, and our people will prepare for you webinar attending for certificate for RFI digital transformations. Okay, so that let's move forward to how we can do the live demo, so that I'm just here opening the interface. All right, and this is our ISETIA interface, which is that. Let me just log out and I will be logging again. First of all, we will not require any installation. This is 100% cloud-based applications, and when you type the address, you write your name and the password, and you can log in the system by your high secured user access. So that I enter as a tech-in. This is my tech-in dashboard, and I can see that in my dashboard that I have list of my RFIs here, and these are the related for the block 2, block 1, and block 4, and all the blocks. And if I would like to see the status of the RFI, is here. If I want to see only block 1, and you can see that there are only 3 RFI in the block 1. If I go to block 2, it will just display about the block 2, and if I block 3, and it will just filter only the block 3. Of course, I can do multiple, which is I can say I want to see the RFI by block 1 and RFI by block 2, so that it will just give. Or if I select all the blocks, it will just give the RFI for all the blocks. These are the auto-generated report from the process board. Of course, we can also see possibilities of that block, how many percent from which block, and that kind of things are available here. And also we will be able to see also RFI based on the March and April, June, how many RFI is requested, how many RFI is closed, how many is closed, how many open, so that if you just want to see that closed, and you will be able to see that these are the number of the RFI which is closed. If you want to see the open one, you can see the open one. Of course, type A, type B, block 2, it's just giving you very fast understanding about the status of the for the RFI reports and dashboard. We have time also, which is that if you just want to see that till the March, and this will be just giving the information till the March. You can also filter that we would like to see between April and the May. You can just see between April and the May number of the RFIs which is provided inside of the system. And of course, this is our RFI board. When I move this card here, and it will be automatically updated my report, so that report is auto-generated and the dynamic it's creating for the RFI information. This is at the moment one of the advantage also we are providing with ISETIA, that we are providing possibilities of with ISETIA multiple projects, so that you can see that this is only the project for Orange Beam. But if you go the portfolio level, if your organization having more than one projects in this system, you can open the portfolio, and in the portfolio you will be seeing that list of all the projects which you have. It means that my company has 4 projects, which is Apple Beam, Orange Beam, Peach Beam, and Strawberry Beam. These are the list of my projects, so that if you select only Apple Beam, you will be able to see the report from the Apple Beam project. But if you go and select Orange Beam project, it will be just giving the RFI from the Orange Beam project. You can of course combine, you can just go to Peach Beam teams, that you can see the Peach here. And if you select the Strawberry Beam, you will be able to see the strawberry bin. If you select type A, it will just give the type A things. If you go to down, you can see I have all my project here. And in this my project, if you are selecting here, none of them, there will be no information. But if you select, I want to see only the orange beam, it will just provide me the list of the RFI from the orange beam. Okay, this is the report what we get. And what about how it works in RFI? If I created the process, add the document, add the comments, how this system is automatically creating. First of all, let me just go to RFI boards that I am opening here, new page. Okay, and in this new page, this is the area which we are providing RFI boards, and this is my processes. By the way, RFI is a one process in ISETIA. We have over 400 process implemented, like payment claims, submittals, transmittals, a handover, material selection, vendor selection, permissions, and etc. I opened the process of the RFI board, and in this RFI board, it will give me the detail of the RFI information. I can see that these are my civil work, architectural work, in-house projects, and on the right side, I have my project details, like here for the work. Let me just login it out. Let me just again the login. Just by mistake, I just log out. And here I am again opening the similar RFI processes. And here you can see that this is my here RFI form. Okay, and I can see all the cards. These are the list of the RFI. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 clarification required. And I have here RFI request to general contractor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see that here, the clarification of engineers. And these are all the numbers of the RFI. I have 5 here. 5 here. You can see that I have here all the list which is available. If I want to see, for example, here, only the tech-in, you can also open and just to say that I would like to see only the tech-in work, so that is a card. But let's start for creating here for the first RFI, so that just we can have it here, creating our first RFI. First of all, you need to select which category of RFI you are generating. This is adding the new RFI. I am opening the RFI cards. This is fully customizable, and here you can write it the RFI cards. Let's say that, let's call this is the orange 30. Okay, this is the RFI ID. It can come auto-generated. Each RFI IDs are unique, so that you cannot write at the same RFI. An RFI name that we are writing here, for example, for pipe installation details required. So that I'm just here typing my RFI name. I can write a description. We need pipe installation for AC for our project. You can just type here your descriptions, okay? And of course, this is the plant date and plant finish. So that what is the plant date and what is the plant finish date? You can also request it here, expected date of finished manually, or system is also, if you implement it, how many days the project owner need to answer, it will be calculated automatic. So that if you just create this, you can also write it here. What kind of type of this, which zone is you are requesting, what type of soil, attention to whom, and this is just the open, and then you can save and create the new RFI board, so that you can have it here, one RFI, okay, which allows you that you register your one RFI. Because of the date, it's a 10 days, and etc. And you just put for clarification on the right side. I'm just moving here my card from left to right. Okay, here I just move it here, my cards, and you can see that card has been moved to here. Now, clarification required so that the person who opened it can go to checklist, and there are here possibilities that you can say, okay, we check the one, this request is meaningful, and they check the second one, and here we can say, okay, we would like to send this RFI to our general contractors, so that when you send this RFI to general contractors, okay, you can have it here. Just let me just. Okay, you just sent the general, somebody opened the microphone, that's why I just wanted. And here we have pipe installation detail, send it to second level. The person who is here can open it, by the way, and attach the document, which is, let's say, okay, this is the drawing. I can select the drawing here and attach the attachment of the drawing to this document. Of course, you can open also document preview, which is that you can open the document preview and see that what kind of document you assign. And from here, you can see that this is the document which we make the attachment. We can also make the markup, which is mentioning that which area you need this pipe details, and you can also write that this is the area which we need detail for pipe installation. You can have it here, this information, and that's why your engineer will know it about the detailed information, so that you can here go to cards after this and ask the engineer, so that card moves to here, engineer with the attachment. Attachment will be visible here. Engineer can come and ask here also, if open here for the comments, and engineer can ask here comments. Why you need this detail? We provided in design documentation. And when you add this will be possibilities that we are having a chat on this information. So that, let's say that they just open another chat and they can say, all right, they can say that we have provide detail in attached document. Then they go to documents, and here you can open it, and they can put the document with the 3D BIM files, which is we have also possibilities, and save and close and proceed. The card now moved to here with the two documents and with the here the comments. They can open here, also go to properties, and provided that response detail, we provide detail with number 121312 document in attached. Of course, who answered it can also select who is answered, and you can respond date also selected here, responded by the person, and we can have it here possibilities of the here attached, and the contractor also signed this, and internal reference, it is required. If it is required, you can just put here the internal number, and response received by, let's call this person, and we can have it here. It's also the settings is required the numbering. Also, you can just put it, and you just go here and respond. So that card is automatically moved here, and we took the actions. We can move the card, by the way, here, and we can just move the card, by the way, here. So that Q30, we have completed our all processes. And if you want to see print form for RFI, you can just select the print formats and generate the file. Because however we are digital platform, in many public projects, people would like to sign the official documents, so that now I am just generating the file for the here, and I want to show that how I can just close. Let's go and the document, and in the document you can see that pipe installation detail required RFI format is open. So that I want to see how it looks. This is my summary for the print formats for all details. And it will be just displaying about the request for information, contractor, project name, and the numbers is automatically generated from the attributes. We need the pipe installation. This was the RFI things. And you can see that here I have query by, signed by, query, and the detail provided informations. And here the drawing impacted, schedule impact. If you write it here, drawing impact, schedule impact, it will move also the numbers. And all this form has been automatically generated. If we go to back, for example, here, let's close this one. And let's close this one. You can see that this card is at the moment in the here. For the Q30 pipe installation, all right? And if you come back the reports, all right, let's refresh this reports. And this report which we created for Q30 in RFI automatically also added in the end of the here our RFI information. Pipe installation detail required. We need the pipe installation, when it was, block 1, and etc. And it is the status is here, as you see, for the completed. And you can get the information in your project reports automatically. That's the way how we are managing the RFI. Okay. Do you have any question? Is there any question? Okay, there's one question. Question is, if we can apply different RFI process for different discipline, the answer is yes. In our system, electrical work can have different process for RFI. Mechanical work can have different process of the RFI, and you can make it discipline-based, project-based, and or category-based RFI approval process. We are providing, by the way, possibilities of the workflow. You can define for each discipline different type of RFI. In our workflow process, this is how the process map, and you can see that this is our standards for all. But if you want, for each discipline, you can create a separated ISETIA board and apply separated workflow. All right, any question? Okay, the question is if we can put the cost and quantity on the RFI, can we put it, if we can put it also any cost and quantity, yes. In RFI, as you see, when you open it, in our RFI format, you can go to here, expense area, and you can edit here, quantity of the work, unit price, around also some quantity and total price, so that you can also integrate it, your cost with your RFI. Okay, any other question? Okay. There is another question about the person complete. What does it mean, this 10%, 30%, and 60%? Answer is, you can also track the status of the progress of the RFI. And you can say that this is on process. We will answer it. 10% is completed. You can also keep process update using the RFI. Any other question? Okay, there is a question about how we can see when the RFI card clarified and created by subcontractor, when it moved to general contractor, when it moved to engineer. Okay, we are keeping log file for each stages. Let's open the RFI which we created together, pipe installation details. Now I am opening it. And if I go to stage log, and you can see that we are keeping all the records when the RFI card created, when this RFI card moved to another stage, so that we keep also record for the stage logs. By this way, we are having the information when we sent the request to engineer, when engineer put the input, when we responded back, so that you can also add duration of the each stage of the limit, so that it's saying that here engineer has 7 days for providing the information which we request. If engineer has more than 7 days wait for answer and not send it back the answer, you can see that -11 and -11, these are keeping the here delay, so that it means that 11 days we have a delay on this card. Okay, any other questions? All right, so that I think that we have already 30 minutes. Our aim is not keeping you more than 30 minutes. We are going to repeat also for other process webinars. We will be informing you. I'm very happy that we have over 1,000 people today with us, and some of the people will be out of this because of the limit, because unfortunately we have a 1,000. We will be recorded and sending the session to people who didn't attend. And thank you very much. You can follow up us in the LinkedIn and FND LinkedIn group for the upcoming webinars. Thank you very much and have a nice day.